back, ladies and gentlemen, to a surprisingly new, I guess you could say, branching out episode on the Grade A Fantasy channel to the first episode of Grade A NBA. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I've been playing so much. Guess what? FanDuel was nice enough to just drop me 50 bonus bucks. So let's just have some fun with it. I did some research on what my favorite plays are, and I'll get right into it. First, we shall scroll to the bottom. Everything's with a bonus bet, so obviously the odds won't be that crazy. And I did something simple. I don't really bet NBA, but this is what I found could be profitable today. First off, part of the cover art, we're going with Devin Booker. Devin Booker against Utah. Now, I do my fair share of NBA fantasy. I really don't do much NBA, NBA fantasy, aka NBA DFS. But I really don't do much gambling on the NBA side. But when it came to spreading out and how to spread out this, 50 bucks in bonus bets, thank you once again, FanDuel, I literally saw one of the best games that I liked. And when it comes to fantasy, anytime I see Utah, you literally attack those guys with guards, and they're the worst at defending the guard position, point guard, especially shooting guard. And with that, this is the fourth meeting between the Suns and the Utah Jazz, and in all three meetings, we have Devin Booker 31, 34, and 34 points, also shooting 5, 6, and also 6 threes. So with a mini combo right here, I like Devin Booker. He's my favorite prop of the day. So I like him to go over his 29.5, his 3 made threes. I also did little mini ladders as well. So obviously the best way to use bonus bets, because you don't really get the multipliers using your own money, you have to use it for plus bets or whatever, or just about even money. So I also did a mini ladder with Devin Booker. So pretty much 3. I went straight to 4 because the 4 gave more odds. This is one of those cases where if you go for the flat 4 instead of the hook, they're giving more odds. So 4 and then possibly 5 for 340 right there. Then we'll go to another part. Bilal Coulibaly, he has been, it's a risk here. He's up and down. But with Bilal Coulibaly, this is literally his fourth matchup. Like I said, there's some history here. And I guess as long as he's shooting efficiently, he doesn't have to be hot, but as long as he's shooting efficiently, Coulibaly's going to get the minutes to get this prop. Lately, when it comes to his 3 matchups against the Cavs, which is a solid defensive matchup, Coulibaly has had success and he has flopped. So 23 points in his first meeting, 6 points in his second meeting, 27 in the last meeting. Lately, Coulibaly he's guaranteed above. He's gotten 30 minutes, 31 or more minutes so far all of February. He was consistently in the mid-20s to low 30s most of February. Pretty much most of January, excuse me. And then he had a couple of times where he was ranking up in the 35, 36, 37. So far in February, only 3 games, 31, 37, and 37 minutes. Has 11, 26, and 14 points. That doesn't really show that he can, really rock this prop out. But especially with most likely what's going to be a somewhat reduced player pool in Washington, plus with so many people out, and there's a possibility that Magnum Brogdon doesn't play, most likely we're looking at Coulibaly at small forward shooting guard to get another round of 33, 34 plus minutes, more than likely. He's had 37, and 31 in these first 3 games. And Washington's on a little bit of a winning streak, so should be feeling good about themselves. Should be able to have some offensive output. With that, no Kuzma. Pretty much the only other person, literally, that's been taking shots from him would definitely be Jordan Poole. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Coulibaly is literally second in field goal attempts on the team behind Jordan Poole in pretty much most of these games. Last game, like I said, Jordan Poole had it, and then Koulibaly's second. Yeah, he's been second in field goal attempts, so the opportunity is there without a doubt. Just gotta hope that in his case, you hope he could get off to a good start and finish well. Obviously, when I did look at this, I was just about to hit this prop. Koulibaly was a plus 100, pretty much even money, and then it literally moved on me. But I was like, hey, what the hell? It's still building up a new bankroll. And then, of course, the other cover art, we're going to go with two of my favorite props. I love Dame Lillard. I love Devin Booker. We're going to go for the plus odds there. So I'll be watching those two definitely tonight. Both for 4 threes. Bonus money gets it up to plus 439. In Dame's case, Dame has had great success. And obviously, behind Giannis, he's getting the next most points. Now, with Utah, they're just bad at guards. But Utah actually gives up a lot of threes, but percentage-wise, teams don't shoot it that well. In the Hawks' case, they give up the third most threes, and teams shoot the fifth most efficient percentage against the Hawks from three. In most cases, in Utah, they just can't guard the guard position. But in particular threes, at least Utah somewhat has a decent. They're actually top 8 in defensive 3-point efficiency. With the Hawks, they're just bottom 5. They're bottom 5 in Hawks with the most giving up most percentage. Bottom 4 in giving up the amount that they give, which is about 14.3 a game, which is the third most. So, with the weaknesses of these two teams, we're going to attack the main 3-point shooters. We're going to attack them with the main 3-point shooters, which is why we're going with Damian for 4, Booker for 4, Damian Lillard by himself. I just did that, plus 120. Like I said, in both games, he literally has 5 threes. He pretty much repeated himself, just with different shooting efficiency. 5 threes, 25 points. I was curious about the over 26.5. But, they play a lot of minutes, but I am a little worried about the blowout run. But you could also say with no Chris Middleton, even though Chris Middleton was also being, lightly used and, just more shots going to Dame. With that, Dame should be able to get this in with no problem. Like I said, we got two people going against teams that have weaknesses guarding the perimeter. In the last few games, like I said, and the opportunities are going to be there because pretty much since the last time Dame has attempted less than 6 3-point attempts was back on Friday, the 17th of January. I mean, the 15th of January, where he went 3 for 3. And then that was pretty much it in a blowout win against Orlando. Ever since then, Dame's at minimum has gone 6 and higher. He has games of 6, 8, 9, 10, even an 11 and a 14 3-point attempt night. And when it comes to actually making them, like I said, we need Dame to make 4. Since that day in Orlando where he went 3 for 3, the game before against San Francisco, Sacramento, he hit 5. After the Orlando game, he hit 4, 4, and 5 against Miami, Philly, and Toronto. He went 1 of 9 against the Clippers. Went 4 against Utah. There goes the other team that we're also attacking with Devin Booker. And then against in the homecoming at Portland, went 2 for 6, 3 for 7 in San Antonio, 2 for 8, 3 for 9. So he's due for another 4-point, 5-point, 3-point game, 3-point field goal. So, like I said, the capability opportunity is there. And plus, we're attacking good schematic matchups guarding the perimeter. So, I don't think this will be an oncoming series. This will be one of those that will pop up once in a while. But, like I said, I got an email notification. I was able to spread out these bets to pretty much start up a new bankroll. Hopefully, I could do something with this today, tomorrow, and I'm looking just to add more entries to the $3 150 max for the Super Bowl contest. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. I already cashed out and bought some tickets for that $3 contest. Other than that is just pretty much the I'll be getting ready for the Daytona 500. So, but anyway, thank you for tuning in for the first episode of Grade A NBA. I couldn't find really no other, and it rhymes, so why not? First, and first a few every now and then NBA. You might catch me doing especially a few next week. NBA is gonna start going into the All-Star break. They're playing up to Wednesday or Thursday. NHL is pretty much done. I'll be pretty much getting myself ready for DFS single game. Will I come out with another grade A power plays? Possibly. But today we are talking basketball. So thank you for tuning in. This is Grade A Fantasy. Signing off.